According to Hideo Kojima, there were two games that inspired him to join the gaming industry: Super Mario Bros. And the Portopia serial murder case. While we all know the Nintendo classic, what about the later detective adventure? Long before creating the Dragon Quest series, Yuji Horii had conceptualized an adventure game after playing the classic computer RPG Wizardry. Upon discovering the body of a wealthy businessman, players are thrown into the shoes of a detective fresh on the case. Longtime Kojima fans might find the game similar to Snatcher, with the player selecting from a list of verbs and nouns to manipulate the lead character. All on-screen action is described and performed by the player's friend, Yasu. From beginning to end, your subordinate acts as your eyes and ears, assisting you in your investigation. Some moments had you investigating various crime scenes for clues and evidence, while others had you navigating dark hallways and mazes. Once the player had found a lead, they could call friends, co-workers, or relatives of the victim into police headquarters and interrogate them using a few tricks. If you could not get a suspect to crack, you could get alibis from the civilians in the area, or knock them around using the hit option to startle them. Portopia is fairly primitive by today's standards. The game lacks any sort of detail on its graphics, making everything look a solid color. All audio is generated by text prompts, save for a siren effect played at the beginning of the game. Originally released by Enix on the Japanese PC 6001 platform in 1983, the Portopia serial murder case was ported 2 years later to the Famicom. Upon its Famicom debut, the game was met with critical praise, selling hundreds and thousands of copies. While most games at the time focused on action and fighting, Portopia tasked the player with solving puzzles and completing character-based events. Because the player could not die, lose, or make a game-ending mistake, anyone could pick up the controller and play. The game was renowned for being the first thinking man's game for the console, expanding the gaming market beyond children and teenagers. The Portopia serial murder case was never translated or released outside of Japan. The game would remain lost for American gamers until the release of a fan-made patch by DVD Translations. With the game now completely translated, you can easily experience the same humor, story, and characters Kojima enjoyed as a growing game designer. Just be prepared for the ending. It's quite possibly the first big twist ending in a game.